DC has a lot of talent, and it's just very, a lot of the music's very percussive, which I love. I love that live feel, live drums, all of that. And it's just, there's a lot of artists that come out of there too. I think Genuine is from there, Maya's from there, Ballet.
Kenny Lattimore. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
A lot of people. A lot of people are from there. Now, you back in, let's don't use years because then we start getting foolish. But a few years ago, you got the Covenant Award, the Aretha Franklin Award, and it was so much shade, Amerie. Why do you think that people felt that you were not worthy and that you couldn't get an Aretha Franklin Award? And by the way, where do you have it at?
I didn't really know there was a lot of shade. Maybe I just wasn't all up on the internet, so I didn't really know.
Gotcha.
But I can definitely see if there was shade. Maybe people felt like, oh, she hasn't been out long enough, or I guess. But I think it's not about how long someone is out or how much material they've put out. Because Lauryn Hill put out one solo album and she's acclaimed.
And she's legendary.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. So it's not so much about how much material you put out. I think it's just a matter of, how people feel about you and your music and everything. But I was really honored to get that. And it's at my parents' house.
Oh, is that mom and dad's house?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. And I've seen a picture a few years ago with you and your sister. She's beautiful as well.
Thank you. She's my lawyer.
Get out of here.
Yeah, she's actually my lawyer. She actually did the deal, when I was leaving Sony to Def Jam. She actually did that deal, and she's just a little firecracker.
God bless her.
Yes.
How sad is that to have your own family? You don't have to worry about the people robbing you and ripping you off. You're working with your sister.
I think it's great. I'm a personal believer in keep it all in the family, although you might have people who are great on your team that actually isn't family but might as well be great friends. Just basically people who are really good people. Keeping those people around you is great. But to work with your family, that's incredible. The Jacksons, like Beyonce and Solange, they work very closely with their family, and I think that's great. Those are the people who will support you no matter what, and always tell you the truth.
Of course. Look, family will let you know the real deal.
That's true. Because
I Love It, Amerie, was a damn good album. What happened? Why was it released in Soweto and not America? What happened with Because I Love It? That album was on point.
Thank you. I'm really happy and thankful for the people who didn't live overseas who were able to get the import. Basically what happened was we released it overseas, and it was going to be released in the States with a slightly different track listing a few months later. But that's when I was telling you before, that's when it was like, do I want to leave? I wasn't sure. And during the course of the promotions and marketing of that album, that's kind of how I became sure. I just felt like it wasn't really going to get the push that it needed in the States, and it wasn't really because anyone didn't want to. The company was going through so many different changes. They were just changing a lot on the executive level, lots of people, and when that happens, it only makes sense, and it's inevitable that things will fall through the cracks, because people who knew the plan, they're leaving, then the people who are coming in are just trying to get a grasp of the plan, but time doesn't stop for anybody, so it just decisions have to be made quickly, and it was kind of hard, I think, for it to be handled the way that it should have been. So that's why we didn't even release it. Because I Love It stateside, it just kind of went right into transitioning into changing record labels. And then instead of just re-releasing that, which was a possibility, I just decided to just do a whole new project.
Gotcha.
That's a long answer. I'm sorry. That's kind of a long answer.
No. Look, give your answers how you want to give them. You are the special guest here. Have you ever thought about, I always said, I wonder if she would cut her hair like a nice, short, wicked cut, or you're going to, have you ever cut it?
The last time I had it cut, and I didn't go anywhere, and I think me and my mom did it, was in 7th grade, and it was to my ears or something like that. But then I also, a few years ago, wore it really, really short. But I didn't cut my own hair. I just put in a weave so I could cut it. And then, did that. But I don't know. I didn't know how that would look on me. I think I am a long-haired girl. There's just something about it that, how everyone just kind of a long-haired girl or a short-haired girl. I don't know.
Exactly.
What, do you like short hair or you like long hair?
I love the long hair, but you know what? You're so effective, and you take a lot of risks that always come out good, that a shortcut I see in the future, something real wicked and sharp.
That might be a good idea. That might be a good idea for the future, but I think I would probably have to get a really good lace front, and we have to, like, cut it, and I have to see. I have to know what's going to happen. But I would probably wait, because I think a lot of the girls are feeling the short look now, so then I wouldn't want to cut it now. So
I hear you.
Shorter
you
hair.
said I ain't going to cut my hair. First, I'm going to try it on a lace front before I cut my nice locks off.
Let's test this out first.
Yeah, let's try this first, and then we'll think about it.
I tried, I went light. I did my hair light. I colored it light, and it was like that for like 8 months. But then I just went back to jet black again because I just liked it better. Yeah, because I could have tried.
The jet black is beautiful. The jet black is beautiful, and you're Korean in black. What a beautiful match.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now let's talk about this new album. Who produced it? What's the sound? Give me what In Love and War is going to be like.
Well, In Love and War pretty much it's about the hard times in a relationship. The times where things aren't going so great, and there are no like picture perfect fairy tale lovey-dovey songs on there. Not that there aren't any love songs. The love songs that are on there, they still speak about a time when there needed to be some growth. There needed to be things that were laid on the line first. Not like everything just came perfectly out of nowhere and, oh, la, 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 everything's great and perfect. But, there are different stories. Like, there's a story about, well, besides Why Are You, which is about being in a relationship that, you shouldn't be there. There's a story called Different People, which is about, being in a relationship with someone and you wouldn't change them because you know that they are who they are. They might not necessarily be perfect, but it is what it is. And you're telling them that basically they have to accept you for who you are. And you're different people, and you got to take it. You got to take me or leave me. That's the whole thing. So it's not a breakup song, but it's realistic. People are in relationships, and it's not always on 10. This is so great, or on 0. Let's break up. There are all these things in between that
exactly
you're going through. So In Love and War covers that, and I worked with Fab. Fab is on the album, as well as Trey Songz.
Okay.
And I worked with Teddy Riley, with Warren Campbell, with Dre Vidal, and Brian Michael Cox, and Jim Johnson, and some really
everyone is on this album.
Great people. But see, the thing that I love is that, it's all very consistent. I really wanted to make sure that regardless of whoever I was working with, the sound was the same. It didn't sound like a soundtrack or a compilation of different sounds. It's very hip-hop, soul, and like 60s, 70s era rock. That's part of it.
Oh boy, well this is going to be great. Now someone's in the chat room being nosy. How's the love life? Single, divorced, widowed?
Well, that now, Mother, you were asking me before like how I keep things like normal. I keep things like chill. That's how I keep it chill.
Look. Don't play with her. And we may give you a kick if you come for her business. I hear you. Girlfriend, before you roll up out of here, because I don't want to kidnap you and you got to come back for the 1,000th show.
I would love to. I would, please.
We love you. We support you. Always supported you from day one. And please sing me Why Are You? Because I love, I always get it. I love when you go, oh, oh, you give me.
Oh, I know, because people are asking me what I said.
Well, you know what, girlfriend? We don't have to ask no more. We got you here.
Baby, you're no good for me. No, you can be the only one. You can be the only one.
Oh, baby. Hey, Marie. I love you, girlfriend. I really do.
I love you, too. Thank you so much.
Everything. Oh, you're welcome, Marie. I hope everything goes good for you. We will support the album. What, October, babies? Are we getting it October?
Hopefully it's October. We'll see what the label says, because they do have a say in this, of course. But I'm hoping for October. I'm hoping for middle of October. That's what I would like.
Well, you know what? You are taking control of your career. You got to work. And, honey, we're going to go into talking about, Amy, we love you. You always welcome back to the show.
Love you, too. Thanks, Mother.
Anytime, baby. Oh my gosh, Marie is the real deal. We're gonna go into talking about honey, because that is the short shot. Yeah.